I want to hear about Hearts of Iron.
I still haven't gotten back my copy of Hearts of Iron.
No.
So, Mark, what happens when you play Hearts of Iron?
By the way, we are audible.
Yes.
Yeah, so what happens when you play Hearts of Iron? How do you prefer to play Hearts of Iron, Mark?
Oh, so it doesn't matter like what nation that I play as. I can never bring myself to attack the Soviet Union in it. Like it's always, oh, we'll defeat the Allies and the Axis, and then team up with the Soviet Union. Like I can never like not do that. Even like, yeah.
Understandable. Understandable.
I love that game. Leave a like if you like that game as well.
Hello, everybody.
1 like equals 1 Holodomor.
What?
Hello.
And
Hello.
with our fan base, well, suddenly there's about fucking 300 likes in an instant.
Oh no!
We eating good tonight.
Good tonight, fam. Hello. How's everybody doing?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another episode of Rolling in the Isles. We are currently still waiting on someone.
Someone?
Toil and Troubles.
Meanwhile, we will have a little ceremony to remember our
We're going to honour the dead.
Yes.
A good colleague, a good friend.
Yeah,
Okay, well, why do you guys... He
Mr.
didn't die,
Shellington.
he's still right... He's still outside of the window.
Taken from us too soon.
He's alive on the outside of the window.
You're leaving him
What you did, you
outside
traitor.
to freeze.
Wow, you guys... Okay.
I'm just joking.
If you're cold, they're cold.
Let them in your skin, it's okay.
Okay, just to explain what happened, I am being persecuted. I mean, personally persecuted because I opened my window on the second
because you
story.
gassed a bunch of innocents.
On the second story of our house, and I was
it's the second story of many.
And I was smoking a cigarette, and there just happened to be a tiny little snail who was on the window. I did not blow any smoke onto the snail. I want to help the snail and make sure that he has a happy and healthy snail life.
So that's why you had to put them on the trains.
I did no.
You put them on a little snail train and took them to a little snail holding facility.
I do want to say that.
Although
I would like to. Although I would like to
Out of
see
the frying pan into the shower.
a tiny little snail with a tiny little conductor's hat driving a tiny little train. Come on, that would be cute.
With a tiny little clown.
Not to doghouse.
A tiny little clown to distract the tiny little snail children from their tiny little snail fate.
I just want this
Fucking snail trail of tears.
I think.
The day.
I just thought it would be cute if you had a little snail and a little train. He's wearing a little conductor's hat. That would be cute.
That's how they get you. Next time next thing you know, your escar going to the showers.
Oh no! Escar going.
Memento Salinkari. Salinkari, I am told, means snail.
The train does not go to Dachau. Okay, it goes. It doesn't go anywhere bad.
What an odd thing to say.
Man, yeah, no, I think this episode is fucked. I think we can reconvene next week.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching.
No.
This is now a political stream.
Fuck. I think I'm gonna go get my pudding then.
We're gonna argue the finer points of putting mollusks on forms of fixed locomotion.
I don't want to harm my little
Putting mollusks on public transport and sending them to special camps.
Honest though, to be fair, if it's German public transport, they're never gonna arrive because fucking trains are late always.
Now the mighty have fallen.
Oh god.
This whole thing has gone so horrible.
Well, hello again. We're waffling a little bit because we are waiting for Carl, who may be doing something else or may have forgotten. I don't know.
Normally, we're meant to do some preamble to make sure we don't get demonetized, not trying to get us demonetized.
Speed run. Thank you, Han.
You are
Everyone's trying to talk. You guys are the ones who all brought up the fact that I just happened to be smoking a cigarette near a snail.
You didn't
You just
have
happen
bring
to
up
be in a
that.
guard tower next to a camp,
You were just smoking the cigarette. You didn't see the snail die.
just following orders.
No, I asked Bill, should I take the little snail
She
and put him
wasn't
into a
following
terrarium?
orders. She was her own
Yeah.
idea.
No.
So, on an entirely unrelated note, here's the Bakhmut dog.
Oh, don't show the bucking dog.
Oh god.
Don't show him.
He looks like Cheems.
Oh, it's a big Cheems.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it lives in a war zone, and no one is feeding it.
Oh.
How did he get that big?
How did he get that large? He's a
thriving.
large lad.
He's
Can you put
snacking
that
on
on
many
screen?
things.
For legal reasons, no, we can't.
That's a
I
large
would,
lad.
but I'm not gonna dox my Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah,
With the
true.
dog
I'll just tell you guys what it is. It's a real big fat doggo boy who is in Bakhmut. He is a large lad.
Wait, I can maybe try to get a screen cap of it.
But
It was just a happy
In,
pupper.
I don't
he's a
think we're
big
allowed
boy.
to say. I don't think we're allowed to show Bakhmut dog because the implications of it are a
Probably.
bit bleak.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
it's
of course it's a bit bleak.
Well,
It's
if
just-
you,
he
do-
is just
if
a
you-
dog.
if you say he's from Berlin,
There you go.
there you go.
Not from Bakhmut. There, it's fine. What a
Nobody in
Okay.
Berlin ever did anything wrong. Did
It
they?
didn't
No,
work, so
never.
no dog will be posted. I tried showing the dog, but it didn't wanna.
He looks so much like the dog who's like dancing.
Aw,
Like he has the same face. You know what I mean? Of the this one. He's making the same face as the human as the Brazilian dog.
he's a happy pupper.
And just looking at that kid and being like, yeah, we're having a good time. Oh, and they're not having a good time in Bakhmut.
Same energy.
Honestly, yeah, Brazil is the same energy as an active fucking war zone. I would take take my chances on the Eastern Front before I went to Brazil. At least the weather would be nicer.
I didn't even know it was possible to get negative viewers.
We've got 6.
We did it, Reddit.
Hey, on my end it says 9. Or is my
Oh, it's a
phone
saying
upside
9
down?
actually.
Exactly, German. 9, and we just lost one. So they can't even make the joke anymore.
No. Shall we play Pathfinder?
Let's find some paths.
It's going at a snail's pace.
Yeah.
We've tried to alert Carl. However, he's not here, so I think we're gonna just start.
Yeah, I mean,
Carl
If
is in
he's
maybe
streaming,
gonna go
bother
sleep.
him on stream.
Oh, is he on? Hang on. If he's streaming, I will go bother him. I sent him a DM. No, he's not streaming.
message him
Unusual
on
room.
Steam if you can. It's like harassing him.
No, we can harass Carl, but I did send him his messages.
Yeah, because without Carl, we're missing like half of our party.
To be fair.
To be fair, yeah.
We're missing the resident, like, fucking paranoid schizophrenic case.
He has
Yeah, we're
a
missing
Steam
half of the
account
turn.
on his Discord, Aiden.
Are we friends on Steam? I don't
can
know.
find
We're
him
not.
on
I don't. Well, if you're friends on Steam, he's not doing anything right now. So
I don't have him on Steam, but his Discord is connected to
what-
it. That's what I mean.
no, but I mean, like, you have to accept me as a friend. So let's just have at it.
So,
Yeah.
who would like to recount the events of last week?
Last
Uh.
week, a lot of more fire has happened, and a lot of shenanigans. I believe Han is currently blind now, due to
Yes.
just being taken away. He got
His eyes have
genetically
been taken.
modified like Brussels sprouts.
With eyes where we're going.
You got the Sam Neill treatment.
Aw.
And well, the Pyromaniac guy, he started a ritual thing, which is currently reviving all the people that died by fire in this town as fire skeletons.
Yay.
Yay.
It's getting spooky up in this bitch.
But, yeah.
for legal reasons, we will not be playing that one song from Shantae.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Or that
No,
we're
the
not
Minecraft
playing
events
it as a
don't.
joke?
The Minecraft events don't work no more.
I know, we all learned now recently that the Minecraft defense does not, in fact, work.
I think they knew about the Minecraft defense for a while now.
Outstanding move.
Well, he got parried.
But
Once the FBI knows it, it's out.
also, I apologize.
all I know-
so short.
Yeah, all I know is that in the last episode, I moved a total of no steps. Like,
Yeah.
exactly the same spot.
We didn't get a whole lot done.
Yeah.
So how about we just get into it and get some shit done?
Yeah, well, Carl can just bank all his actions and so we got you folks of the party because of how Carl's character works. As on committee, we can spend his actions this turn.
Why not? I don't think
bonus
he'd
action.
necessarily have a.
Perhaps we could use his
problem with
ability to give ourselves extra actions.
Yes,
it. Yeah, exactly.
the way it's actually kind of meant to work.
Yeah.
Okay, last we left off, I believe we've had the monstrous turn, if memory serves.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is my turn now, yes.
Yeah, though all point. Though people want to do, if you want to do a perception check on your turn, Mark, to get a sit rep of the scenario, because things have gotten a bit worse.
Do you want to do a perception check, Mark? To see like how bad things are right now.
I guess so. Like when my taking a hint score is very high. Here we go. Perception check.
That's enough. Okay, so one revival here, one revival here, one here.
Oh,
That one's one as
Oh,
well.
might be good to show Shift Z the skellies.
Yep, we got a couple.
Is it
We got a
refresh?
couple for your perusal this evening. We got this one here.
Surely a nice fella.
A little more clean-cut ones, where even the bones are beginning to melt, and the more armored ones. Symbology of the armor may not be reflective of the person's own patronage, as we hear, because that is a
Interesting
That is-
runes.
that is a symbol of, that is unironically the Cheliax's flag symbol. They're not very subtle in this game, I must say. This is official artwork,
Thank you, Pirate Publishing.
because that is a wolf basically. Crossed with a certain windmill. Yeah, that's what that's a Chelish flag. This would not be the case. In this case, it would just be a plain male hauberk. It's just it was the only burning skeleton I had with a spear. And what's more, company from the south.
It's your boy.
Is he alive
Looks
or a
dashing.
burny one?
As far as you can tell, Heavy Edward appears to be fine. I will ping his character sheet momentarily so everyone can be appraised. A member of the King's Foresters regulars.
Pretty cool.
And resident greatsword user.
Heavy Edward.
Chonky.
Big Ed.
Instead of
Can't
Short
use warp
neck
on me,
Ed.
has no neck.
no neck 8.
So, the field is yours.
Okay, so the fire dude on the back of Bobshite. That's where I'm aiming, yeah. What I'd like to do is run diagonally and do like a jump onto this fountain center part, which doesn't have water spraying out the top, does it?
No, it is currently frozen
Okay.
shut.
Okay, perfect. So then, from there, I'd like to leap, doing like a starfish shape, multiply through the air, spinning like a cartwheel, but without the ground, over those two, and then I want to pull down Gobshite's trousers, and put a sickle up his ass. Like
just full on, like flip over him and just perineum hook the bastard.
Exactly that, yeah.
For Gobshite.
Oh, and I'd also like to slide under his legs if he starts falling backwards.
So,
The Libyan prostate exam.
yeah, to say, given the Gaddafi treatment, so run. No, yeah, run over to here, jump to here. Ooh, shouldn't have. Ooh, I didn't like that. Here and to here. 60 foot left over. So landing here, or from here, hooking back through here. Okay, I'm gonna need a dance check.
By the way, Bill, would Gobshite still be distracted?
Yes,
From
you stabbed
the,
him in the eye.
Oh,
I suppose that
actually
helps.
getting very distracted.
You stabbed him in an eye
thanks.
that specifically disrupted the link he had to his master. Okay, let's measure that. So that to here. Yep, that's easily enough. And a second dance check. The rebound. To here, easily. Okay.
Nah.
And that does
No,
beat the
it's not.
CMD of the Pyro, so you will not incur an attack opportunity. Though you do notice that as you jump by him, he spots you. As you literally clear above him, you're that high up.
Hang on, which one of them spots me?
The pyrotechnician,
Yeah, alright, cool.
this chap, the one who's the
Yeah, he
doctor,
ain't gonna have a clue what's about to happen.
as he actually tries to swing. He does try to swing for you. He automatically fails because he doesn't get any. He swings on his hands around in a whirling motion, and as he does, a very peculiar looking object swings out. It looks like a little sphere of cloth and a lead weight on a piece of a thin chain or cordage. But as it unfurls, there's kind of a spark and it bursts into flames. It's like it's a ball of flame on a length of chain.
Mm-hmm.
Those of you who have any knowledge of alchemy or weaponsmithing or martial
That's how you're supposed to use them incense burners that they have at church. You know, the ones that they're slowly dangling around. You're supposed to spin them around.
Can
here we go.
roll alchemy, right?
You may.
Because then I will quickly do that before I.
Hang on, watch out.
Hey,
Lamar.
there we go. Off to a great start.
Yep, yes indeed you do.
Is the white box supposed to be there?
What white box?
I perceive. My eyes.
One moment, I'm reloading Roll20. I just had a huge white box cut off half of my screen. Okay.
Well, I'll watch it on the street. That's not showing up yet. No idea.
Okay, 26 alchemy.
That is a very strange weapon, usually only used by very gimmicky gladiators. This is a battle poi. It's literally just a ball of fuel and some and a lead weight on a cord. Normally, you don't get much reach on it, but this one has got a lengthened chain. It's kind of like a one-handed meteor hammer, but instead of having just a massive weight or mace head, it has just a ball of flames.
How long is the chain?
In this case, it's appears to be a fairly variable length cord, but it appears to be a reinforced piece of cordage with about 10 feet of reach. He's wielding it on his left hand. You notice that his sword is on his right hip. Which is odd. and he threw the flasks. He flew the flask and torch combos that he threw at yourself and Baz were thrown with his right hand. So this is his offhand weapon.
I see. No, RB.
Okay, and that is 6132. Let's see what. I was like, welcome to Comrade's turn, where we have accidentally had everyone else trigger bullshit going on. Okay, that one will keep secret. So, Carl, you have successfully cleared our antagonist here in terms of distance. Now, time to roll your attack. You're striking a creature that is blind, so you'll get a +2. You'll also have the high ground for an additional +1, and he'll be denied his dex. Let's see. Will hit with 6 points of damage to a vital area.
Be one of the most vital.
Oh, no, forgot. Could you roll me a CMB check for the trouser detrousering? Or troll detrousering. So you don't manage to pull down the waistcloth that he's wearing, but you grab onto it and you use the momentum to swing and hook under.
Mm-hmm. Yes, splash the other way to the balls.
Okay. Okay, it's still a vital area. Good grief. And could you roll me a final dance check to reposition yourself in another square beside him? Okay, you may move. You can position yourself anywhere within about 20 feet. Within 25 feet. For those at home, I don't give a shit about jump distance limits. They're stupid, quite frankly.
Each one of these squares is 5, I mean.
Yes. Diagonals are counted slightly differently. Wait, no, they aren't, because I forgot to put that setting on. Never mind. So yeah.
Alright, sweet.
There's diagonals all day, so.
I'll get in the water.
Okay. The water in here is frozen, but only lightly so. But
yeah, well, fire will solve that, won't it?
You got a very high. The current fire that's going around is cold, so it's actually freezing the water. He's got some kind of alchemical substance in the flames that are making them cause cold damage instead of a fire. But actually, with your dance check is high enough that you could ignore the difficult terrain. You stick landing perfectly.
I do like a little pirouette.
Those of you who are male, could you roll me a quick will save to not wince?
Well, I didn't see that shit.
Yeah, but you heard it though.
I also want to wash my sickle like in the water.
So me when I accidentally pick up a spatula that's got beans on it, it's like ugh.
Beans.
Bill will get upset if you mention that word.
Incidentally, it's kind of what it looks like. Baz, you resist it. Mark, you were the one doing it, so you don't have to roll it. And everyone else, I think, is out of earshot who would be affected.
What about the baddies?
You will pass, just about. But only because of complete sociopathy. As he hears kind of the wet noise coming from the gosh, you see him dig his spurs again into the creature's neck. Get your hands off my troll!
Our troll.
Poor Gobshite is emitting a noise that only dogs can hear now. Eris is very unpleasant to hear. But just this bellowing, high-pitched noise that just it shakes. The few people who have got windows, they're shaking in their frames. So they've actually hit the keening note. Okay. Any other actions, comrade? You do have action. You do have access to Carl's bonus actions this turn. As he's next.
I'm just gonna get ready, prepare for the next turn, do my karate air moves or whatever. I'm too scared to do anything with Carl's character because, you know, it'll end up next week. He'll come back and his character's naked and stuff.
You should still be able to.
Oh no,
use his...
this you don't control his character. You just get to.
You just get an extra
the bonus
turn,
actions for your turn. Not a full
bonus action. Bonus action.
There's a few actions
like,
left. He's got a move left.
Because Carl's not here, we're just gonna assume that like Carl's helping you out. You know.
Yeah.
Alright, you know this little goblin bitch with the spanner?
Yep. She's been disarmed.
Can I lob my hammer at her?
Certainly.
Alright. I'll do that then. Just a normal hammer, like, because I just want to throw it. It's the same. I don't need a ranged version, do I?
Yes, you'd use the ranged attack bonus. Unfortunately, she'll see the last one and duck under it, which then we'll take a good chunk out of the door frame. It skitters off into the middle distance. Neri, you're very glad that wall is in the way, because that hammer shook this entire corner of the building.
Well, what else? Wait, did the building just like get yeeted?
No, but it took a great big dent because Comrade just threw his hammer at it.
Well, yeah. I was wondering if the building got yeeted.
It's in this corner square.
I'll use a mind connection thing in it. But oh, get my hammer, please.
Am I actually connected mentally? Because I was out of the connection for a while.
I think Carl booted you from the connection to prefer his now unconscious body bag he's dragging around.
Okay. Could because Carl's not here, could we?
So if he turns off his control of the body, that body plummets to the ground and will probably.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. So it's fine.
It would be like a bag of wet. It would be like a bin bag full of wet cement.
If you just filled with slime instead of water too.
Maybe just yell sorry in my direction so that I know that it wasn't intentional.
So you're within earshot. You don't need to use the psychic network.
Mm-hmm.
You're only 50 feet away.
Oh. Yeah. Can you pass my hammer?
From Neri's perspective, you did just kind of destroy a corner of a thing. It's fine, that's fine. I think I'd understand.
You're in no position to talk about crimes.
I have not committed any crimes. Don't talk about Uzlu's game.
I wasn't talking about Uzlu's game.
It's not a crime. That's I didn't.
For those of you who haven't seen it yet, because I'm not sure if it is actually out yet, someone went to Uzlu's Star Trek game and started murder hoboing it that way around the fucking.
Anybody. I just tried to do a little bit of mental manipulation upon people.
Who tried to mind control a diplomat.
In order to prevent a serious diplomatic incident.
By causing another one.
No, by preventing him from becoming violent.
By killing him?
No, I used my Vulcan mind control to just cause him to calm down.
By killing him, okay.
No,
The best part about this, you don't have to say much and Aiden will incriminate herself.
Isn't interesting? Okay, Penny and everyone else in the chat, people who are not available for Uzlu's game, is that I just used a little bit of my Vulcan slight pseudo telepathy to try and get him to not cause intergalactic war by being like, "Hey, could you calm down so we could talk?"
Firstly, that was an intrastellar war.
Interstellar war.
It was
Okay, you know what
within
I
its
mean.
own solar system.
So with
And it was already done.
and all I wanted to do was to have the other guy who's supposed to be a diplomat to listen
you-
to us before he tried to fuck with us and kill people. I'm just trying to de-escalate the situation by
Hey,
using
do you think
a
it would've
little
been better
bit,
if you just
a
killed him?
tiny. No, but that
Carl's
well, yes, they could have done
actions
that.
refresh.
But instead,
Miri, you're up.
Hello. All right. Okay. I'm going to do. Hang on, I'm gonna pull my sheet up actually, because you have distracted me, William. It's your fault. It's always your
Sure,
fault. How
blame
dare
it.
you? How dare you?
Your space elf trickery won't work on me.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. What is this? Does this mean anything? The little snail thing you've put next to me?
You know what it means, Ben.
Oh. Okay. Who do we have left alive here? This guy, this guy, and then of course Gobshite.
Oh yeah, this guy's meant to be running away from you.
He's running away. Okay.
Trips over Gobshite's foot.
This one though is
Smacks his
still-
knee into. He then smacks his knee on the edge of this fountain and rolls around on the ground in pain.
Okay. Let me make sure I have the right name of this thing here. Make sure I know the right word for it. Hang on. Yep, this one. That's a little bit further than my normal move speed. Would I be able to make an attack if I am moving further
If
than
you
my normal
charge,
move
you
speed?
can move up to 40 feet.
Didn't you get
Okay.
additional movement for attacking or something?
Actually, I don't know what all Carl allows me
Yeah,
to
you
do.
get an extra.
Carl-
You get an extra 5 feet of movement if you're charging towards an enemy or moving towards an enemy.
I'm charging towards here, and then I'm going to use my scything strike, which lets me hit 2 adjacent enemies with the same attack, and applying it to each target.
Okay. Under normal circumstances, I'd say that he would be too high up to initiate that. Unfortunately for him,
I'm aiming for his
Comrade's
ankles.
attack did cause Gobshite to double over, so they are within reach of the ground.
I would still think I'd be able to attack his ankles, but okay.
That's
Either
it.
way, that sounds good to me.
Mhm.
Hang on, what's going on?
You
so
can't use
actually-
Sliding Strike on 2 parts of the same creature. Unless you've got specifically.
Why can't I? I'm
So that'd
sorry.
be 2. Because one, making a cool shot without the feet is a full round action by itself, and you can't combine it with maneuvers. And you can't cleave into the same creature under normal circumstances.
It's 2 creatures that are attacked.
You can hit him and his rider, yes. So you can't hit his ankle and then
Oh.
the other ankle.
Oh,
Just so
is
we're
this
clear.
not also a goblin here?
Oh, that goblin. Yes, you may.
Yeah.
Because you can make a 5-foot step as part of a movement, you can hit it, and then 5-foot step into the other one.
I think if I move to this direction, are they not both within my...
Normally they'd have to be adjacent to each other.
Would she count as flanking since the spear is here? Oh no, wait, the spear is out of
The spear is in the hand. Oh, that reminds me. The spear is in the hands of the goblin, and you just move through a threatened square. Thank you for reminding me, hon. It rolled like shit. She swings that spear around, and it just swishes. You literally step over it as you run.
Oh no,
Uh,
she has leaned in. Aiden will hit her. I don't know.
What I was... I actually think I get a... Well, no, we get attack of opportunity after attack of opportunity. That would be nonsense. But, oh no, there is stuff that lets you do that, but whatever. I was trying to attack this goblin and Gobshite and hit his ankles to bring him down to his knees. That's what I'm trying to do.
Under normal circumstances, I would say they'd have, as the thing says, they do have to be adjacent, but Gobshite is doubled over, so his square, counts as 1 square larger on each side, so he would be adjacent.
Is this other goblin not adjacent?
So it needs to be adjacent to each other, not to you.
Next to Gobshite, like. But due
okay.
to circumstances,
Okay.
he
As
can.
mentioned, he's doubled over in this
got
direction,
it.
so everything on this side of him is 1 square larger.
Okay, so
Seems
should
double
I
over.
wait? Then should I attack his rider, or can I
You
attack
can
him
attack
and the
how
other?
you wanted to, basically.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
You got
Sorry,
three
I'm
possible,
I'm
yeah, three
a big
possible
dum-dum.
attack targets.
Sorry, I'm a big idiot. So I would. What do I attack with then, Bill? Because now I'm confused.
Whatever you wish.
Okay, so it will be the big kick.
The big step.
Okay. And
Oh,
now,
dang.
with Scything Strike, does that count? Is it one attack and applied to both, or is it one for each? Of them?
With Scything Strike, let me read it. It says, principles. Single attack against 2 adjacent enemies using the same attack roll, applying it to each target.
Okay, I believe will be the same to each of them then. So it's just 11 damage. What the hell's hoodie? Do I want to know?
I don't know.
It's 2d plus 3.
I think both damage types are applied, right? Because
I do want to.
It is all three. So it's bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, with the sabatons.
Yeah.
I do want to also say though, it's like I want to reach out, but before, like as I do this, I want to say, Gobshite, I know you're in there somewhere. I don't want to hurt you. And how do I diplomacy roll?
Okay.
So I want to excessively aim for. I know, like I'm doing like a wild kick thing, but I want to try and aim just for his ankles or whatever.
Okay. Are you willing to take the penalty to? Are you going to be using the same penalty and do non-lethal to both of them, or just to Gobshite?
I would like to do non-lethal to both. Well, just to Gobshite. The other goblin I don't really care about, but to Gobshite.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm able to make that kind of distinction, but
You may. Okay. As you sweep, you basically kick at the same height for both, catching the goblin in the face, knocking her unconscious, and as she begins to bleed out, and swing into Gobshite's ankle, which there's a hollow cracking noise, as you do feel some cartilage give way, and then this is very high-pitched snap as his Achilles tendon gives out and the muscles of his calf roll up his leg like a Venetian blind.
oh,
it's gonna be fun for the rider.
good point. I mean, that was my intention, but yeah.
Oh, that reminds me, he is right, and he has a turn, so he does get to have his mounted combat back, so he can possibly negate this attack. He does not. He rolled a 4.
Oof.
Also, on the subject of no rolls, Hun,
Yes.
magical or physical effect?
What's funnier? Actually, no. What's cooler? Go for the cooler one.
I'll tell you both of them. One is if you ever cause a chaos burst, you just die outright.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is whenever you use a hammer, you always hit your thumb.
I'll go with the hammer one.
Okay.
Actually, chaos burst.
Chaos
Chaos burst.
Wait, there are too many
Oh, no,
hammers.
I want to use a hammer at some point.
When you can use a hammer.
Just have a sacrificial thumb. Or get one of those armored gauntlets that can't take means that you can't take damage till it's destroyed.
Oh yeah.
Just buy a spare thumb.
The thing is, I'll keep growing it back because I'm half troll.
Yeah, but it's still gonna hurt though.
Yes.
Okay. Diplomacy. Oh yeah, because Gobshite.
Oh, I was just saying, Gobshite, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm sorry.
As his Achilles
No,
tendon
I'm fine.
snaps like a fucking 12 ball.
I'm
His kneecap.
I don't want to hurt. I don't want to kill you. I want to get this person off of your
There's an
back.
S-Stock in one of his eyes. He's a kid. Someone smashed his fucking ankles out from under him.
Well, how else would you? If someone's what are you gonna do? Go for places that are not not going for the heart or the brain. Obviously, I'm trying to go. I'm doing a. Well, I had to do a leg sweep to get out this other person. I'm trying to knock him over.
Don't worry. So
The rider will try to maintain his mounting because he is now dealing with a bipedal mount that has had one leg basically fucked, and he will just about maintain his mount.
I just
Though
imagine he just
will be
grabs his,
like his dex.
the little bit of hair on Gobtride's head and just tries to keep him upright.
Oh no! In this case, he's going to wrap the battle point chain around Gobshite's neck and haul him back upwards on his broken ankle.
Oh.
There's a horrible wet noise as the stump, the entire ankle rolls, and he's now putting his weight on the stump.
No, it's not what I wanted. Not my intent.
Okay. Could everyone with knowledge nature please roll it, or dungeoneering,
Oh no.
or whatever it is.
Can I tell by the sound?
Yes. By the way,
At least let me roll nature.
yeah.
Oh.
28.
Oh, there you go.
The fire isn't hurting him. Well, it's sizzling, but normally when a troll is struck by flame, the fat renders out of the troll because of how volatile their fat is, and they basically just burst into flames. That's why they die so easily to it. Gobshite is not being permanently harmed by flame.
Does
He
it
is
seem to stop the
afraid of
regeneration?
it, but his regeneration is still functioning.
Damn.
He'll be okay.
The implications of this are worrying, however, because it means that Gobshite is a troll whose regeneration is not affected by fire. Which is normally one of the two things that can hurt trolls permanently, the other being acid. You think you might have found the way that Gobshite was altered.
I mean, it makes sense for the situation that they would do that to him. So let's fuck up the rider guy.
Yeah, I was literally trying to knock him over. That was the whole point.
No worry. There's
But
Hannes
Gobshite's
next.
he's still standing upright though. So
Yes.
I was just trying to knock him down, doing the least amount of damage possible to his total person.
Someone
Currently,
finish
the way
him
that
up.
the way the ankle is oriented. Here's how the ankle is oriented. The Cleason has snapped. The ankle has been rolled in such a way that the heel is now touching the back of the calf, and he is putting his weight on the stump.
Ouch.
Poor Gobshite.
So basically, it's been rolled like the entire foot has been rolled backwards.
Does he have any? Is he totally controlled by this loser on top of it? He doesn't have any capacity to see my diplomacy check.
Currently, he's busy shrieking.
All I'm gonna say, we want to help you, and I will heal you immediately as soon as we can get this lunatic off of you.
We shall wait for his turn to see the retort.
Okay.
Han, could you give me another will
Alright.
save, please?
Very well. Oh boy, is this against the...
This is to try and regain your sight.
Oh, shit.
Okay. You do get a save each turn. So
I thought it was
the
just
DC is
permanent. I was like, okay.
It will last 24 hours.
Can
It'll end
I
after
give
24
him
hours
a
automatically.
morale boost? I don't know. Open your eyes. I don't know.
just a poor boy. He needs no sympathy from you.
Alright, here we go. 18.
Okay. You're no longer directly in the siphon, so you don't take the usual penalties. So you will regain use of one eye.
Excellent.
There are degrees of success to this check. Hopefully,
One
when
burning
you,
eye of vengeance.
the goblin slayer stands out there. So you now have at least part of your vision back, albeit with a -4 penalty
Alright.
on perception stuff. I think it's got -1.
Okay.
Honestly, vision is so bad inside of a full plate helm that it doesn't really affect you all that much.
I have the same field of view, essentially. Just
Pretty much,
skewed
yes.
to one side.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I also have, like, Dave in the papoose, so I can always ask him where people are.
Dave's
Get
on
better
fire, by the
situational
way.
awareness.
Dave's a
I'll
little
sprinkle
bit
some water on him.
singed.
Yeah, he's seen better,
Duck
he's had
Dave.
better days. Yeah, just kind of squat down a little bit, you know.
I'll let you auto put him out as swift. If you want to burn Swift, otherwise it's just he just gets a reflex save. It's a free action.
Sure. I want to help out Steve. He might be a bit more squishy than I am.
Right.
There you go, mate. Yeah. This goblin lady, she's unconscious, right?
Yep, and it looks like Neri basically broke her jaw with that kick. And wrenched off a chunk of her cheek.
Go
Now,
you.
because of befuddling style and the way it works, I'm going to spend a move action to perform a coup de grace against her.
You can use the spear if you want.
You got the reach?
Yes, with the S-Stock.
Yes, Stock's got reach.
Mine does.
Oh god. That's just a loose end hammer with a sharp end!
Yes, and I'm going to use it as such. As her, I will attempt to swing it into her unconscious head in Mordhau grip. With an overhead strike.
Okay. Roll your crit damage.
Welcome to Rolling in the Isles.
Alright. Change the crit range real quick.
You just... Okay, so the 14's the crit damage, and the... What on earth?
Oh, the damage is below.
The 99 too? Or
Yeah.
what the fuck is...
It's an 18 to 20 crit range weapon, what the fuck? I guess you're using it as a times 4, but...
Because it's a coup de grace and it auto crits, I just expanded the range for 1. Just so the crit damage is factored in.
Like 2? Oh, yeah, I see. The 14 is actually a 4 that, yeah, you just expanded the crit range to 1. So
Yeah, I just did it so we get accurate damage. And then that's the roll again.
Ooh. Okay, there's not even a vapor left. You've sublimated the goblin.
Bill, I have a question. How many hit die did she have?
Like 4.
Excellent. That means I regained some health.
Oh, nice.
She wouldn't need that. She had 3.
Let me double check this.
You hear a muffled scream from inside the house.
Can I make a sense motive check on this?
You may. 99 damn.
Oh, that's sleight of hand.
Fucking 99 red goblins going by. You didn't have damage to kill her whole tribe. Okay.
I would like to double it and hand it over.
What
to
languages
next-
do you speak again?
I speak Common, Giant, Scout Cant, and Uruk.
That was an Uruk accent.
Dun, dun.
That is specific. That's goblin funereal wailing. There's only a few times that goblins will mourn. A death of a chieftain, such as this one, of a direct sibling, as in they had to be born from the same litter. And even then, they don't do it if it's in battle.
I see.
Like if they're in the same battle as the sibling. So it's only if one sibling is not in a fight that the other one is.
Could
Well,
I
one
make a
for sure isn't
perception
anymore.
check to try and locate the person with the aid of Dave? As he has a
Can I
bit,
also help.
a slightly better situation.
He look confused. He'll look. Oh yeah, he probably knows some of these people. He looks a bit worried, but he'll point over here.
Hmm. Huh. All right.
Hello, Kai.
Look out!
Hello. All right. Also, as part of the coup de grace, I would like to perform an intimidate within a 30-foot radius.
You just hit a goblin so hard you like evaporated every cell of her body. So yeah,
Watch this
I've
drive.
got hiccups now. Fuck. Okay. I need to roll a will save for that goblin. Oh. This goblin will not die of fright, but will in fact scamper off screen.
He will live to see another day.
Yeah, he passed his save versus Terror. Gobshite, unfortunately, is currently still blind because it's not his turn yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I can roll. The rider is more disgusted than he is fearful.
Huh.
He's,
Alright. And I shall... Gobshed is still blinded, correct?
yes, he's still holding his eyes and his ankle and his nuts. He's been through the walls,
Alright.
the poor lad.
Take a 5-foot step in this direction and attempt to take some swings at the rider in that case.
Okay, I'll need you to roll a survival check or an acrobatic check to negate the difficult terrain.
Ah! Bishop plate.
Oh no, it's a diagonal, so you don't take any difficult terrain. The second I said it out loud is the second I realised what I was saying.
I T-pose towards him.
Should never given you that fucking arm.
And as a free action, because I can draw a weapon as a free action, I will take out the poleaxe, because it's a more fitting weapon, and I will attempt to maul at the rider by essentially like thrusting in his direction and just pulling at him with the
Would you
axe.
attempt to dismount him, or would you just be attempting to just beat the shit out of him?
What would it be? What kind of check would it be to dismount him?
It will be a trip, but as you have the proper equipment, so we will not incur an attack opportunity.
Excellent.
Also, he's holding on to Gobshite with a poi of all things, so he's not in a position
Fair
to
enough.
actually attack you from this position.
All right. How about you?
Jesus Christ! Also, why is it rolling twice still?
I don't know. It's fucking weird.
So a 20 and a 19. You know what? Throw him wherever you want within your reach. Because you're not going to get dice like that often.
I would like to... Let's have a look. I would like to swing him in Mark's direction so that Mark can intercept him.
Yeah, I'll give an attack of opportunity because of how good that roll was. Could you roll me a power check though as well?
All right.
Okay. You can only get him as far as this point between the two of you because the poyer on his wrist. Actually, wait, no. With that, let me quickly check the break DC of a chain scarf.
Yes, I would also like to know. So I was planning to try and attack just the poi chain itself.
It's a DC 24 to break, unfortunately. So instead, this is horrible wrenching noise as he's literally being dragged from his mount, which is tethered to him via the battle ploy on his wrist. And he will, as an immediate action, pull the short sword from his hip, and he's going to try to sunder the chain to save his wrist.
Could I remove this laser thing that's coming from Gobshake then? On the map, just saying.
That's a marker of, I believe, where a line of flames are.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still okay. The flames are still there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just vibing. I'm just roasting.
No, I wasn't sure if they were still active then. Okay.
Yes. And Han will need to make another save on the end of this turn versus it. Okay, he'll hit the chain.
Oh shit, I forgot to mention this, but all of my checks after the coup de grace are at +2. Because I've got 2 positive levels, courtesy of the quickening.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have that. Okay. Oh, +2. You were using a weapon with Sunder on it, aren't you?
Let me double check that.
Fairly certain the pole hammer has Sunder on it.
The one I've got, no, it's the Bec de Volge one. It has brace, disarm, trip.
I'm gonna give you that because that is a weapon designed to take on armor type. That wrist, that strap that attached to the poi snaps like a piece of like cheap string, sending like very fine metal links flying everywhere.
Excellent. In that case, he would end up over here.
Yeah. He'll try to, in that case, instead of rolling to hit, he will still quick draw his short sword. However, he will also need to roll, or he's going to land spine first on that balustrade. He does manage to hit the landing.
Isn't there like fire in the water?
Yes, which is the cold fire.
A bit chilly.
Mark, you do have an attack of opportunity.
I would like to stamp on his face till he's dead.
Fair.
Fair.
You do have
fair.
He is moving for a 5 square directly next to you, so you would have it as he tries to before he gets to roll to his footing. You would get an opportunity to stamp on his head. Go on, roll for your American History X maneuver.
Get him.
What do you want? Oh, sure.
So attack roll, please. Can't wait for this boss fight to get his head caved in one kick.
Could I somehow aid Mark using my Lycian History X tattoo?
If you're willing to lower your armor for the next round, yes. Because you're going to have to rip open your chest plate to do it.
You start undressing to morale boost, Mark.
He just does the Yakuza swish. Because don't forget, this armor is sentient. It will eject you the second that you want it to.
Just eject it into him.
I will say it, and I'm going to require you actually practice with a suit of armor to develop a maneuver where you do the fucking Kabuto style cast off, where you launch the armor at someone. It's going to need at least like improved bull rush. Okay, 21 will actually hit. Roll your damage, please. You got armored Sabatons on, so it'd be at least like a D4. Plus,
Well, you want me to roll that again?
just so roll your 1d4 plus your strength, and I'll roll for the chunk of pavement you're stamping him into. That's 1d4 plus your strength, rather than just strength check. Strength mod. Now I'll roll for the pavement, which is a, given the locomotion, d10.
I do apologize for feedback noises from people, viewers.
So, 1 damage from yourself, 1 damage from the pavement, and I believe 2 damage from your strength modifier, for a total of 4 points of damage. As you see as your boot connects with his head, sending his goggles back into his eye socket, and bouncing his skull off of the pavement. Nevertheless, he still manages to clamber to his feet, and in his immediate action, draw that short sword.
Yeah,
I would now like to make my follow-up attack.
Swear to God. Where are you getting these?
Again, this is just heavy strike.
Fuck's sake.
Still, which I got as a trait.
I'm gonna have to have words with John.
Bada bing.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Should be 21, by the way.
That'll hit. Jesus Christ, what do you want to... Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try and parry that. Okay. Oh, should cancel that. Okay. As you swing for him with the poleaxe, he just manages to bring that short sword up in time, and turns down the point of the poleaxe into the even to his side.
I will give him a respectful nod in acknowledgement.
If you want to roll knowledge martial, or if anyone wants to roll knowledge alchemy on the sword, you may.
Alright.
Okay, you know the exact model. That's what's known as an alchemical blade. It is a short sword with 3 chambers in it for alchemicals. So that sword stores 3 rounds of an alchemical weapon. This seems to be kind of a cheap retrofit. It seems like he soldered it onto the guard. This is just a cheap little... It looks to be once been a messer, but he's ground down the point to be a more traditional short sword. And sharp on the back edge. At least partially. It's basically like a big hunting knife.
Nice.
Though, with a traditional triangular point rather than a tapered one. But he's managed to parry that last one. Any other actions this turn,
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
Was he shaken from the intimidate?
He was not.
Okay, cool. In that case, that's it.
A specific caveat because he did... Han, before I forget, roll me one reflex save to prevent taking damage from the cold fire.
Alright.
Oh, she will... Oh, shit. Take 6 points of cold damage.
It should be 14, by the way. In case that makes any difference.
Missed it by
Probably
1.
doesn't.
Reflex 15, same with all fire.
Figure as much.
Fire's got surprisingly solid DC compared to everything else at these levels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit, it's also dragon fire. Extra 3 on top.
So what's the total damage?
9.
Okay, cool. 9 fire damage, right?
Yep. Because when dragon fire hits water, it burns twice as hot, or in this case, twice as cold.
Okay, so it's cold damage.
Yes, this is cold damage.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Eris, the field is yours.
Indeed. Okay. As a swift action, I would activate Moonhound Stance, which will give me a bite attack as well as improved trip if I use the bite attack.
Okay.
And I want to bite him.
Well, you can easily position yourself.
Can I use the water as a boost?
It would actually more slow you down. I would personally suggest
Oh, I can
here and
bully
here.
him. Just shove him into Mark. Yes, I shall
Certainly.
do so.
He's in a precarious position. He does not have Daredevil in his armor, so he will actually.
Is either
take a
fine?
Yeah, you can go to either of those two spaces.
I'll go this one. I will want to bite him.
Okay. He is precariously placed on that railing, so he does not get an attack opportunity this round.
Is he also counting as flanked?
He is flanked, yes.
Okay. What the fuck do I roll?
It's a regular attack roll, and then CMB thereafter to hit.
Okay, so just a d20. Maybe this wasn't the smartest choice. Oh well.
Don't forget, you're a. Oh, I was about to say you're using a natural attack, so you count as you use your level in place of your bab. However, yeah, roll a d10,000, please.
I think I rolled a big enough number. Yeah, I think I rolled a big enough number. 9335. That was a
Okay,
bit too high for my tastes.
Okay, I know that. Don't worry. The two options. I think I know what I'm going to go for. Nearest castle turns to sand. Doesn't really hold water, but this next one. This one I'll have to keep secret.
Okay.
But yeah.
Shall note down secret curse and the number.
This one's an area of effect, so I'll keep it noted on my tab.
Okay.
What's that?
Well, shit.
Don't worry, this could be a major boon for someone.
Ooh. May I try at least not intimidate? And just shove him and be like, you're rude.
Oh, he's what you can. Do you have survival by any chance?
I do.
He's in difficult terrain. You could use a move. I said it's a move action to do, but I believe there are some spare actions kicking around. Not sure if the incumbent, if the team warlord would spare either a standard or a move, because if you could use a move, you could use the survival check to trip him.
Would I still have the improved trip thing? Even if my
Yes.
bite failed?
Yes.
May someone grant me a move?
Carl, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep, we can hear you. We have audio, boys and girls.
Okay. Yeah, my internet's fucked. Somebody drove into another fucking pole.
Oh, holy God.
It's been a lot of it around. Someone went through the granite wall up by the local grocery store.
Yeah, literally just happened up here, but hello and welcome, Carl. Sorry, but we didn't know what was going on. Well, number of the way we could have known, I guess.
Yeah,
But that shit.
it's been down since 11 a.m.
Well, I'm glad you've got internet back now, and welcome to the show, I guess. Because like,
I'm just sad I'm
yeah,
just-
funnily enough, Bill and I had the exact same shit happen. You know, it is what it is. Welcome, though.
Right.
Whoa, what do you mean, right? That makes you sound like it's no.
You know, how dare you lie to him, Aiden? Like,
What am I supposed to? I'm trying to be like. I feel bad that we started without Carl, but we didn't know what was going on. So now I feel bad. But how could we have known? Sorry.
I've
I
had
sent
to
you a
count.
DM saying that my enemy's down.
Carl,
What, you
opinion
did?
on smoked snails.
Yes.
Oh, that reminds me. It's the end of.
No, don't tell him about that.
Don't worry. The snail thing kicks in on the monster turn.
Oh.
Don't tell Carl about the smoked snail. I'm about to smoke
We'll
another
explain to her.
cigarette just out of fucking spite.
That'd be breaking a promise.
Is the smoke
Not
snail
really.
situation good or bad for my character?
Oh, I'm not gonna.
Oh,
smoke.
it's great for you.
I
Okay.
totally miss. Oh,
Companion. I don't actually know if you do, but that would be funny.
I need to find my dice.
hey Carl, if
Oh,
like
shit.
if you're connected with your cell phone, if like it's gonna cost you a bunch of money to do this, don't bother with it. You know.
It'll be fine. I don't use my data for anything other than porn.
All right. Okay. As long as you're
Roll
okay
20
with it.
significantly more data hungry than porn.
I'm just saying, like, let's. All right. Okay. Well, thank you for. You didn't have to use your data, but like, let's be careful about this then. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
Wait,
go.
Can
Let's
I
go.
ask
Let's go.
Mr. Chubbs if we can trip him? Because he's being rude.
Mr. Chubbs will nod.
I will try to show him.
Shove Mr. Chubbs? That's a
No.
dangerous idea.
Shoving the
You ain't
guy.
sure nobody's beating Mr. Chubbs as CMB.
Please, 14.
Y-
Oh, 19.
Yep, he's flat-footed, and so you sweep the leg, and
Yeet,
his side hits the pavement with a thud.
I would just like to say fucker. Can I say use intimidate as
Yeah.
well?
You may.
Wait a minute, where are you,
Small
Penny?
angry child trips elderly man.
Oh, there. Oh, you're chicken. Oh, the guy who's the writer.
29.
Yeah, okay.
Old child pushes elderly man over in fountain.
He deserves it.
Colorized.
With puff paint 3D.
What?
Is
Oh,
he
what the heck?
spooked?
Puff paint.
Is he spooked?
He looks
No, he's
spooked.
aggroed.
Oh
Uh-oh.
man, I'm not a
I think I get a
Why am I doing this to myself?
No, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
You're on 7 hit points.
Any other actions for this turn for Eris?
Be prepared to get hit.
Good choice. It's Monster's turn. First stage. The snail grave will
No.
move 10 feet.
No. I'm gonna go outside and smoke another one just because of this.
Aiden, no, don't go yet, please.
I'm doing it.
One of the skeletons will attempt to break in through the window.
Alright,
No.
we have the skeletons to worry about too. Fuck.
I did forget about the skellies.
Yeah. How many are on the map?
Okay.
Seems to be 4. Oh. I don't like this.
Now the skeleton will charge up to Irene. Luckily, Irene has the planson, so that the other skeleton does not. The skeleton will also charge Irene.
Ferrari.
Edward will, on the other hand, will come tramping up the walkway, just short of getting into combat. Edward is doing it as Edwin does, where he just always slow and purposeful, step by step, with that enormous Swyander. Okay.
Is Edward an ally?
Yes, he's one of the members of the Foresters Guild.
Okay,
He's
I'm having difficulty using my phone with Roll20. The map is very zoomed out for me.
Okay, it's all good. Gobshite will howl in agony and attempt to maintain composure, as he's had his rider thrown from him. He will not maintain his composure and will now scatter one in 1d8 direction.
Oh,
Wait. Real quick, is there anything I could do, like instantaneous heal or something? Is there anything I could do to try and help him, to calm him down? Anything that my character could possibly try to do? Oh,
if he gets out of reach of the guy, I think that'll already be good.
oh, I guess probably.
Just be
true.
ready in case he runs in you.
Also, you will
No, I
probably
just want-
be
I
okay
just-
in his regen.
As you use it
Okay,
here.
true.
By the way, Bill, where's he going with that yee ass leg of his?
That's why he's only going this far. Normally he'd gone through this building and out into the trees by now.
I see.
He steps
Plus,
on
I
the
got with
snail
his
grave.
form, he could probably like be a biped or a quadruped rather.
At this point, yeah, he is skittering on all fours, and it's very disconcerting to watch.
He looks like one of those crawlers from Black Ops Zombies.
I would liken it to.
He's skittering.
He's skittering. He looks like the Chupacabra from Faith. Like, he runs like a lizard. Because his thing, Gobshite is primarily adipose tissue. And his muscle fibers are different to humans. So he has hypermobility in every single joint he has.
At least, could I at least as a I didn't take any swift actions. Can I at least make a swift action to shout, like, Gobshite, wait, we're not trying to hurt you. Can I shout that at him?
Certainly. But unfortunately, he's a bit overwhelmed
I know he's
at the minute.
pissed. Yeah.
Can you anything calming?
I have my calm. Oh, I don't have the calming aura on this character. Shoot.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I do. Is he outside? Yeah. All right. Sorry, I told you I forget always. I couldn't do that as a swift action, though, could I?
Your swift action left, so yeah. What's DC?
Yeah, swift action, aura of calm on Gobshite, if that's okay.
I'll let you use it with an attack of what?
What should I roll?
I have to roll. What's your DC? It would be 10 plus half level plus wisdom mod. You're smoking again upstairs, aren't you? Because I can hear the wind howling through the house.
Yeah. Well, what's my DC? Okay, hang on.
Uh-oh.
You hear that? That's the sound of the encounter getting harder.
No.
What's your wisdom score?
19. Modifier 4.
Okay, so 15 will be the DC, right?
Yep, I'll be yeah, because you always round it down. Because you're level 3. Okay, what is the bonus on a troll? He fails. He is kind of sluggishly just crawling away.
No, don't, Gobshite, please. Like, don't worry. It's not your fault.
He finally, in his blinded state, he just gropes his way forward, scraping across through the trees and scraping against the buildings, until he's stopped by a very large stone.
Does he show any kind of capacity to understand that he knows that that we're his friends, or at least we're not? That we know that he's not responsible
Don't
for
mean
this.
to hurt him. Breaks his ankle.
I had it, but
No, don't worry, it's all good. I know.
yeah, I didn't go for it. I could have gone for a heart or head shot, but I didn't. Obviously.
Yes.
Remember, trolls are actually surprisingly fragile. There's just a lot of them. They're kind of like from Dusk Till Dawn vampires in that way.
But I'm just saying, like, does he say anything or in response to me? Being like,
He just kind of quietly moans to himself.
okay.
Is he mourning this now too?
The sound's gone, by the way. It left.
Sure it is.
It left.
Gone but not forgotten.
This is what I imagined.
Never again.
At this point.
It's not here anymore. So
Yeah, I'm sure.
it's not here anymore.
Most things aren't once you put them on a train to a camp.
Okay, Clyde. Gas- gaslight gatekeeper.
I did go to snail cow. I did go to snail cow.
Guess what? Every time you go for a smoke, the snail thing here gets bigger and faster.
All right, sorry. I'll stop smoking. Jeez.
This is how you do it, kids. Okay, the skeletons will now have their swings. Miss, miss, miss. Ooh, that's a hit. I already managed to fend off the first two, but the third one that just joined the fray will catch her in the side. Ooh, also, I forgot this. They get 2 claws. Ooh. So she fends off the one that was once Pierre Dubois. She catches the other one with a sloping guard, but its left hand, so its right hand sweeps up and catches her in the back of the left leg. As her stance kind of cracks slightly, the other one just rakes 2 claws down her back, eliciting a grimace. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Jeez, now. Oh, and also the fire damage. Ooh. As you see her Lancenet finery begin to smoulder and burn. They rolled very well in their fire damage. And okay, team inside. There will be another gunshot ring out from inside the building, and this skeleton here will be flung backwards, missing part of its head. Hang on, let me see if I can get this to line up. There we go. It kind of just lays on the ground, kind of twitching and spasmodically weaving its arms around. Okay, that goblin's unconscious. That one's fled. The majority of the ones on the ground level have fled. And that is... Okay. What else is that? Ah, yes. I need to roll for a few checks for random attacks. Oh, yeah, that'll happen. This house here will begin to burn.
Which house?
I'll put down the fire effect. Hang on. Smoke will begin to bellow out from inside, and you can see the upper floors are now beginning to flicker with flames as well. It appears that a stray munition has struck the building and is now currently consuming the upper floors. And because Coltrate is mostly interested in fleeing, that will be... Yeah, that'll be a turn for inside. Also, I need to roll for that. Just check inside. Ooh, yeah. You hear a scuffle inside the house. You hear a series of heavy thuds. You're not sure what's going on inside. but that will be their turn. Oh, not what I'm doing. I've still got the pyro himself. Saving the best till last. Okay. Not in a good position. He will
Doesn't
attempt,
appear to be.
however, to kip up, which is a acrobatics check.
Not that provoke from us.
It would if
Yeah.
he fails, which he just did.
Ah, there you go.
Roll. Both of you roll to hit.
I also threaten him.
All of you roll,
but-
okay. All of you roll initiative between you to see who swings first, because this is
Oh.
important.
What do we roll?
Penny and Mark, though, right?
Yes, and Baz.
And Baz.
And,
you've
oh,
got
and
pole
Baz,
arm.
yeah. You're right.
I'll let the others go first,
Okay.
because I've got an initiative modifier of -1.
Can I smother
Okay.
him with water?
Oh, you. Oh, so you're just going to what do you call it?
And trip him again with water.
No, what's it called when you waterboard him? You're gonna
Yeah, I'm
waterboard
just
him.
gonna, with telekinesis,
I think
move
it's
water
waterboard.
into his mouth and nose.
Wow.
I'm sure it's waterboarding if
How
you
come everyone
intend to
thinks
kill them.
I'm the evil person here? And
Because you keep acting like the evil one here.
Hey, this man has removed so many health points from you.
very true. I agree. He's a bastard. But
Am I
still.
allowed to attempt shoving
Waterboard
water
him.
into his
You may, but
mouth?
you'll need to roll initiative to see if you or comrade goes first.
What do we roll? Just d20 each? Oh,
Just initiative.
let me find it.
Just really,
Do not have your character selected when you do this, because it will reset your initiative in the tracker.
do not.
So
yeah,
just roll it manually.
Yeah,
Okay, it looks like Mark gets the first swing.
get it. Get him.
Mark, what would you like to do to this guy?
Swing. Well, I only have my sickle. It's stationary, right? Or
Yeah.
I mean,
He's on the ground.
yeah.
He's currently prone flanked, so you get +6. I'll figure it in on my end.
I'll do that arse perineum vaginus thing again. No, in fact, I want to cut his belt off. I want his Molotovs in it. Like I'm gonna.
Oh, it's under check.
do
Or a
that.
steel check. It'll be a steel check. So could you roll a CMB with a +6?
You're going to do the +6 on your side, yeah?
Yeah, I'll do the +6 on my end.
All right.
So just roll CMB.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Rob this man, quick.
You have successfully grabbed his Molotov belt. The boy with all the belts.
Gone.
Okay.
I do want to know, though, how did Comrade knock his belt off using his hammer? Because I think
the
you
hammer's
could
over
probably
by
describe
you.
it.
The hammer was over by you.
Oh, no, the hammer, the sickle,
This
then.
is
The
the sickle.
sickle. Oh, he just
Smashed
cut it
it.
off. He just cut it off. Okay, right. Because if it was with the hammer, I would think you'd
You remember,
probably
this is
just...
also a Molotov belt. It has a quick release.
Okay, I'm just saying
It's
that.
like a plain seat belt. You can't
I
just have a
forgot-
Molotov. But
I forgot the hammer was thrown for a second. Because when I was thinking that he knocked the belt off, I was thinking it was happening with the hammer, in which case I had a different
Oh, he just
idea
grabbed
of, in my hand, what had happened, which would have been that he broke the belt with the hammer right over his dick. Unfortunately, that's
which
not what happened.
would have destroyed the
roll.
belt and exploded all of you in a fucking conflagration that would have been visible
True.
from space.
True. Much smarter, much smarter.
That takes his belt from him. That leaves him with most of his webbing rig, but removes the belt of Molotovs.
His wedding ring. Oh, wedding.
Webbing.
Oh, sorry.
So pouch. There's a couple of upper torso pouches, and there is what appears to be a scroll case mounted on his belt, hanging over his backside.
Mm.
It's very strange design. It's got a bunch of segmented pieces, like it's designed to be like it's almost like it's got a crank release. So, you now got a new belt of Molotovs. Eris, would you like to roll to drown this man?
Yes. I'm a bit happy about
I'm not
this,
sure what it
okay?
would be. CMB? Your CMB using your int, I believe. So your level plus your int. because it's telekinetic. So.
Could Mark assist her in waterboarding him? Because he's right next to him.
She will get bonus to. She is flanking him still, so, and he is prone, so she'll get a +6.
Wait, so +6 as well, in addition to
Yes.
int and level?
Yep, you're still flanking him, and you are
D20
still. Yep.
Oh god. Okay, so. 1d20. Plus
No, I was just asking if Mark would be, if he could, and if he was interested in assisting in the waterboarding.
+6. I will have the +6 on my end already.
Mm.
Please roll. 27.
I like how we just.
Oh, I think
You know, I originally had it
successfully
penned.
waterboarded
This
him.
guy would turn up with an air tank, but I thought, no, I'll use it. I'll save that till the second time he turns up. No, that's bitten me in the ass.
Yeah, I believe you did successfully waterboard him.
I will just stand there looking at him as I just drown him with talking.
You literally just
No-
like the
no
water
blinking.
reaches up, grabs him around, and just drags him into the water.
Yeah, it's just like a water
So,
hand.
you just see the
grabs him.
sword like just swinging wildly above himself.
Can I just
The worst thing is the fountain's
sword?
only just deep enough to drown him.
Can I take the sword?
It would be a separate disarm check on your
Okay.
next turn.
Okay.
I don't know why, but there's something that always seems so visceral about the concept of like essentially drowning someone in a kiddie pool, or, like an inch or two of water.
And by the way, as this is happening, the cold he put down is slowly freezing this water.
So hypothermia.
Sounds like his problem.
Yeah.
However, he still
Sounds
that
like
was a
a
move
heat
action. He still has a standard and a swift.
Oh, I also have my attack still.
Ah, true. He might need that standard and swift to survive.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. +5. As I will attempt to use the flat side of my poleaxe to essentially perform a hot punch, and in this case, it would just be by, like, smashing him on the back with the flat end of the poleaxe in an attempt to knock the wind out of him.
Oh, it's worse than that. It's worse than that. He's face up.
Oh god, that's perfect.
That's what makes this worse, because he's drowning with like the only like an inch of water stopping him. He could, in theory, if he was not under duress, scoop the water out of the way of his mouth to breathe, but he can't.
Here we go.
I hope he can see
Oh,
me. I hope he sees me drowning.
I'm gonna perform an immediate
Can't
action
see
to
me.
increase it to 22.
Okay.
So it'd be 22 for the result.
Okay, I'll eat your swift for the next round. Please get that down. Okay,
Alright.
22. Yeah, we'll pin him down. We'll grapple him down.
Oh, this is
Into the
specifically
water, I
to perform a
assume.
hot punch. So he's dazed.
Oh god, Daze is fucking bad.
Are we trying to kill
that
him,
lets me have a
or
fort
what?
save, doesn't it?
Yes, he's the big bad guy.
I know he's the big bad, but I didn't know if we were trying to like interrogate him.
it's
But,
just
yeah.
straight up, if it surpasses his CMD, he's dazed.
We have something
fuck.
can talk with the dead. So.
Interrogations are for pussies.
This is also an attempt to essentially knock the air out of his lungs, by the way.
No more air for you.
Do you want to know the best thing you can see right now? In his main hand is that hand
The
axe.
more air for you.
You notice that the hand axe is a pipe. It's got a chamber in it for... You could see he was about to lift it to his lips to take a breath. And you basically just smash him in the rib cage. And you can see like he blacks out for a second.
Does he drop the sword and the pipe?
No, because he is dazed, not stunned. It's the downside of dazed. The upside of dazed is that it's almost fucking impossible to be immune to. Even undead can be dazed. In theory, you could run up to Carl's character and punch him in the torso, and it would daze him. If you or Armand happened to be hit with a boomerang, he could be chain dazed until the house come home. Which is a bewildering thing. Who knew that the native Australians were so effective against ghosts? History tells us otherwise. If you know your Chinese language.
Yeah, well, not going into that one. Let's.
But that will be his turn because now he's dazed.
Yeah, baby, let's go.
Han, could you draw me a perception
Yes.
check, please?
Very well. Would Dave aid me in this, as he's also sort of looking around the
Is
area?
outside this? Yes.
Alright.
Technically, it's outside of his purview, but yeah, you get a +2.
All right.
Dave is like slapping you on the shoulders, like trying to get your attention.
Huh? What is it?
You look down, like he's like scooting away, because on your belt, the kettle is roaring hot. There's 2 patches in the shape of eyes that are like red, cherry red hot.
Uh
I
oh.
will talk
Almost
to
like
the
a
kettle
thumbnail.
and say, "What do you want?"
Give me his body.
Sure.
What? What?
Wait, hold up, real quick.
What?
What is he talking about? The guy who's laying in the pool, or Dave?
He's talking about the arsonist in the pool.
Ah, okay. Yeah, sure.
But
Aiden, it will be
Huh?
okay. He heard
Han, you may quick
Paris
on your next
mental.
round. You may quick draw the kettle.
you have no idea
Right.
who this guy is, though.
He's a bad guy. He was
food.
buying gobshite.
No, I mean, who's in the kettle?
Oh.
It's food.
Oh no, Han knows what's in the kettle,
Oh, okay.
if I recall.
Also, on the next round, you'll be allowed to scoop up any liquid you wish. As a free action, you will also be immune to any cold-based effect for
Nice.
until this pact is undertaken.
Do you just feed like his finger through the pouring spout to begin, or how does that work? We'll just slurp him up.
I get slurped up.
What will happen will happen depending on what he does.
I see.
Man's gonna
Okay,
be turned
Han
into
essentially
hamburger.
what- Han was grade 5 Wagyu. Han, what you're currently basically in the throes of a ritual for your next round.
All right. Oh, could I make perhaps a some sort of a knowledge religion check to think to myself, does the Acanthus dagger have anything to do with this? You know, the one that I've had impaled into a troll's heart, along with the other ritual dagger for the past, well,
If you wanna
ever
use it,
since
no.
the previous combat match.
What you know is that if this kettle touches that water, you are going to. Sorry. Roll me that religion check.
All right.
I keep getting ahead of
Seems
myself.
like something very important is about to happen.
When this kettle hits that water, you're going to want to make sure that you're the only one in this water.
Comrade, you may want to vacate the water. I've got a bit of a situation here, as I point to the glowing eyes in the kettle.
The kettle will protect you. It will not protect anyone else. And when it touches that water, what does the kettle do to water? It flash boils it. But you aren't even going to want to be above this fountain.
Could Comrade make a 5-foot step out of the water as this is
Well,
happening?
he will be before
Okay.
next turn.
We're taking. Okay.
So, but that sure is a productive turn for the boss fight. I spent fucking 3 days trying to give all the different knickknacks and weirdo schizoid equipment. So it's they took his belt, they took his
You know-
Gucci belt, and they're drowning him, and now they're about to sacrifice him to a fucking tea kettle.
You know what it is, Bill? It's like that one mission in Ready or Not, where you got the fancy man who's wearing literally nothing but a ghillie suit, Willie hanging out, and he's wielding an AK, who's supposed to be this major menace, and then you open the door and he's
Beanbag.
just one-tapped by a beanbag.
He's beanbagged into the floor.
Yeah.
Guess what? Having your ghillies out in a beanbag situation is not a great idea.
Nah.
Still as durable as armored people for some reason. I'm built different.
Yes.
On that note, comrade, There's an angry kettle, and an angry man, and a drowning man, and a drowning man
Does
is also
anyone
angry.
want to tell Colmreed that maybe he should get out of the water because like a
Baz
horrifying thing is about to
did.
Baz
happen?
did tell him.
Okay,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Well, he followed
Yeah,
this
he
advice.
did mention that already.
Okay.
It's found to
So-
develop to explode.
I think I will get out of the water. That seems like a good idea.
Oh, step over
Can
the
I push that guy?
pyromancer. Step over him.
I'd like
Walk over.
to use,
Skill issue.
I'd like to like grab onto him and climb out over him, pulling him in my place.
Yeah.
Well, he's in the water.
Yeah, but
No,
no, I mean,
basically
well,
put him
Make them
where Marcus-
replace them. Yeah.
Yep, could you roll me a reposition check, which is another CMB. He is in no position to argue with you because he's currently dazed.
Yeah. Oh, you have to
he's
take a check
dazed,
for that? Okay.
beaten, like, this is a check.
Laying in a crumpled heap and drowning.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
you
that
kind of just
passes.
nudge him into the water a bit deeper to make it
You
even
shove him
worse for
over.
him.
He's still.
The tendrils of water just shoving like coins in his mouth.
In fact, I'd like
No,
to
no.
pin him with a
And
crowbar
underwear.
as well.
Oh yeah, put him with a crowbar.
Yeah, go up and roll it. Roll another CMB. The crowbar can hook.
He'll never escape.
Do it again. Roll again. Roll again. That's fine. Okay, you just as you hook him with the crowbar like a cheap children's like duck catch game at a fair, and you just drive the point of the crowbar down. You catch him through the shoulder and just drive it into the stone, anchoring him in place.
I don't think he'll ever escape from this.
And you can see he's like frenziedly. He has on his armor. He has this kind of similar pry bar attached to the arm piece of his left arm. That's on the other side to where the poi was attached, and he's desperately trying to get a catch on it, but it literally just gives way and snaps before you can even pry it.
Right.
Base.
Yeah, I'll just like give him a little kiss on the cheek and then walk away. I say, I guess I won, and then walk away.
While he gave the kiss, I would make sure the cheek was dry and had no water there.
The
With
water
telekinesis.
parts to allow the
Yeah.
bad manners.
Make sure it was a nice, dry, clean kiss on the cheek. I'd be like, mwah.
And then I spit at him as I walk away.
That's just mixed messages.
That's what makes it perfect. Like, you know,
There's
Penny
something
is
very
like,
visceral about spitting it on someone who's drowning.
Yeah.
exactly. I spit on your wet grave.
Oh, real quick, Bill, before I forget, the $29 knowledge religion, would that tell me anything about the how that would interact with the other thingy with the ritual daggers and the troll heart?
Okay. With this ritual is a rebinding ritual. Anything you expend that is not for another one, it has weight in a ritual sense, but it's not necessarily transcribed. It's more transmuted. The
Gotcha.
power has weight. It's more granular in this sense.
All right.
In essence, what is happening here is you are binding this fiend to his corpse whilst he's still alive, and it will work like the fiendish boon if you put it properly. So you might get a actual companion out of this,
Hell yeah.
and we'll have to rustle up a stat block from one of the fiendish boon lists.
Oh, what if I were to stab the devil's penknife into the guy's heart before I let the fiend possess him?
It would make the anchor
Devil's
more powerful
penknife
because it allows
sounds
you
like
to
a
carve the
lethal
sigil of the fiend into. You'd have to roll your knowledge religion is very high. I would probably say, honestly, that's enough to bind him as a pact. So she's only a
Ooh.
low-level vestige. So you've got enough to know the sigil for this. What you'd need to do is carve open his ribcage with the knife, which it's empowered by a demonic ritual. It's going to have a bit more poke to it. And then you can either apply Pathfinder onto that directly.
Mhm.
The sigil of the kettle is on the bottom of the kettle. That's what binds it. So if you press the bottom of the kettle to his chest, that will give you the sigil, and then follow the line of it with the devil's penknife. It'll burn it into his heart.
All right.
The more of your own blood you're willing to give in this, the stronger the binding will be.
Oh.
You
So
are...
what I could do, because I've got 2 of those ritual daggers that both use blood magic, is cause bleed to myself with Leech Love, the Acantha's ritual dagger.
Gives you another +2 to rituals check.
Yep. And then carve into his chest with the Devil's Penknife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're fine. But before that, Carl, you have the floor. Some shit's been going down.
I can see. I have an instrument in my hands because nobody's here to help Irene.
Well, to be fair to them, they can't actually see from their position. Yeah, I think anyone
She's
who
a strong,
could-
independent woman. She'll be fine.
The only people who
She's
could
friendly.
see, Comrade's got a terrible perception. Eris might be able to see just. Oh no, because there's a burning stack of trees in the way, so she wouldn't have
and
line of
I'm a
sight.
bit focused on humiliating a guy. Yeah.
He is 3/5 to being a meme of porn. I will not allow this to stand.
Bones.com.
Rattled.
Fuck's sake.
Surely it's bleached, considering it is bones.
First, I'll point to the sky with Mark's hands and call out to the 3 gods. Red Rumbler! Roxia! And whatever.
Oh, This might be dangerous.
Both
I
are pretty
pledge
chill
to
gods.
every soul that has died in this city unfairly and unjust. If you aided me in saving Irene.
As you look up in the sky, one of the clouds, there's a small parting of the smog, and what is there is a cloud in the shape of a almost like a boxing glove giving a thumbs up.
Okay. Shit, there you go.
Anything special happened that I noticed?
Well, I'll put it this way. Let me just roll something. How high up are you?
I am 35 feet in the air.
Good. It's a good job you just said that. As Irene just channeled energy. There's literally just an explosion of positive energy from her body. And it is an old school turning check. These two are dusted on the spot, and this one is literally forced to flee. And she's there, just kind of smouldering, like bust lip, got like claw marks all over her back, just kind of towing the greatsword along with one hand.
Well, dang, I guess that's the power of Red Rumbler.
Also, does Edward get a attack of opportunity on the skelly?
He doesn't react to it.
Oh.
You notice one thing. Where the positive energy hit Edward, there's scorch marks on his armor.
Maybe Edward is not.
Would you like Armand? Would you like to roll the perception check, please?
I will attempt if the fucking application will let me click precisely.
Roll 20 is bad enough at the best of times, to be honest.
It's lagging slightly. Mercy, it's opening a sub window.
So it's roll 20. It's lagging at the best of times.
Only I could use my computer.
No,
That's not even
I've
good.
used Roll20 on mobile before. It's a fucking nightmare. It takes forever.
It was written by people who lick windows for a living.
Yeah.
And now they've added functioning windows and doors.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Functioning windows, it is a fucking miracle. Congratulations, you invented Windows 7.
Oh no.
It's taking forever. Try it out of the window.
You can tell me your bonus, I can...
Yeah, we could roll the dice for you if you'd be okay with that.
I know that my perception should be a base 18.
Damn. Okay, I will roll it for you. 28. That's easy enough. Okay. So I just get rid of Edward's model there and replace it with the new one. Did I upload it? Please tell me I uploaded it. Yes, I did. How unfortunate for everyone else.
What?
Another
Whomst
fire
of
skelly boy.
is this? No.
I think he appeared like last round.
Mm.
He seems to be an enemy.
It just seems to be a little bit. He is a skelly who is on fire.
You notice in places the plate armor is dented and melted.
Oof.
Some of you know Edward. Edward has literally tanked hits from siege weapons before.
Mm.
So you're not sure what's happened to him.
Uh-oh.
With my next action, let's see here. Swift 2, 1, Jesus Christ, roll 20, please. Swift action to move the most furthest north Ghost Flame, the one that's near the fountain, to immediately fly to the position in front of Edward's face, slightly above him in a 90-degree angle to cast a shadow behind him.
Okay, done.
Then, I need a notepad, because even though I'm not connected to the internet, I still have all my prepared saved actions. I think I only have one prepared action of Shadow Trap left. No, not right now. Yep, one saved action. You used a prepared action of Shadow Trap to anchor Edward in place. It should also be...
He also fails against Shadow Trap specifically.
Oh.
He fails to be Shadow Trapped?
No, he
fails
is.
automatically. His type of undead are particularly weak to shadow spells.
So you got him inherent.
No, I can't see right now because the map is all fucked up for me. His position was next to the skeleton that was just pushed into his nearby squares.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He is 15 feet from Irene.
He should also be anchored by the same flame, because since these skeletons are giving off fire, they're acting as a source of light to create a shadow trap to lock them in place.
No, I think, as Bill explained, he's trapped. He's fucked.
He's
No,
trying
the other
to get
skeleton
both
as well
shadows.
should also be shadow trapped.
Yep, because the fire's
okay.
only coming out of one side, and he hasn't got his plants and spear, so it's coming in from above, which means with the skittering, he would, assume we put it there, then yes, it would actually trap both with the same.
Mhm.
Well played.
With,
Well, he's fugged.
with
He does get a
full
save,
move
because he's a
action
different one
and
to Edward. He fails anyway.
With both move actions, because I did not use a standard, I will attempt a grapple check as I start to move down to her position. And then Lamarck's voice say, "Grab my hand!"
Can he, yeah. I guess
Are we about to witness a woman be airlifted out by hanging Jontron?
Yes.
Oh no!
Do 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 do.
Do, 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 do.
Just Mary Poppins out on.
I always forget about hanging John.
He's gonna get Super Mario'd.
Bruh.
She'll grab one.
I will
Jesus
manipulate the
Christ.
ropes so that she is able to be harnessed in place, hugging onto Lamarck's body with one arm wrapped around her, and the ropes latching out the harness. Make sure she's secured so she does not fall. And we will.
Don't worry. Irene's grip is basically a locked gauntlet. She's going nowhere.
And we will lift up into the air and around to the top of the building, moving her in place. And then we will move the clone around the building in a 90-degree angle, 30 feet to the left, and then the rest of the way that she can, moving forward at a charging pace, specifically to get away from the skeletons.
To the clients. Okay. Okay.
Preferably, I'd like to be on top of the building, towards the north, overlooking the party.
Oh, why didn't you say so? I forgot she's got such a good jump shot. Oh, geez, that's a 20. Never mind. Okay. She lands on the roof with a kind of a dull, wet thud. Compresses down, kind of like that time Ethan Ralph got punched in Portugal. And like,
Oh my
rebounds
God.
up. I've seen a man get punched so hard he melted for a moment.
It was hilarious though.
Now for the dialogue rolls.
Mm,
Yeah. Yes, I am actually rolling my percentage die.
let's go.
Lamarck's head will turn towards everybody else that is out the fountain, and will start shouting, specifically with everyone's voice.
It might be a
By
headphone
everyone,
warning,
I mean
boys and
every
girls. It's like, you might want to ease up for the headphone users on this one, Colin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm in my room with the good audio quality.
So just keep in mind that your audio quality at the moment, because it's a phone, keeping a moderate volume will actually make it more visible, because otherwise you can get audio tearing.
Yes. Why? All of you left us! Quite honestly, I cannot believe I would trust you people with our eternal lives.
You told us to go kill. We're killing. Don't you see?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's holding a man's head under the water.
You like
You
yeah, you can,
literally
like,
removed yourself from the party first.
There's
and said
a
it's hard
troll
to
in the corner
kill.
crying.
like we've killed everything. We've done what we're doing our best.
Doing the best, eh? That's what you call this? Nearly killing her? Leaving us behind?
Cope?
Not even thinking about what's
We'll
happening.
come
I'm
kill.
fine. Don't be dramatic. Oh.
Come on, we're doing our best. We're trying to. There was a big troll. The troll's not an issue anymore.
You said I should
Yeah,
go
yeah,
support, so I'm
I'm gonna make
supporting
a
his
perception
head
check to not
underwater.
notice this.
Exactly.
Well, I over here doing a bonfire in front of this flat piece flame. We've got two skeletons walking down the hill.
Well, they
we'll come
only
down
appeared
there and help in a moment.
before. And I'm drowning the
exactly.
guy that caused them.
Exactly. We're gonna come. We'll come help with that in a moment.
Head swivel.
I love how domestic this argument is compared to.
It's domestic. We're gonna come down there and deal with this loser down here in just a second. Hang on.
I'm just doing my support role, supporting his head underwater. Okay.
Swivel. Head turned to Irene. Are you alright?
Yeah, I had worse. Don't worry about me. Oh, I wasn't expecting them to get Edward. They must have dropped a damn building on him.
To be fair.
You might not like me, but I want you to still keep breathing, you know.
Feelings mutual. Oh, it's always in the small in the back where you can't reach. She like kind
All
of,
of your back.
she kind of scratches at. She kind of rubs at like the bottom of the scratch of the claw wounds. She you know she's got now like a bottle of what appears to be healing salve and like is putting it on basically a back brush that you'd use in the bath. And it's just kind of, but she's rather than having brush bristles, she's kind of smoothed it over with a piece of stone and just kind of just rubbing it. It's like a Roman with a sponge.
You could always get in there. Just say it.
Well, unfortunately, the old man happens to be all conked out. The pylon boy knocked him out before we got here. He's going to be unconscious for a while, and I can't get out of him.
Just have Irene slap his face with the back brush that has a salve on, he'll be back. Unironically.
Actually,
Give me
saying that
back
healing
your
salve,
rub- give me back
healing
rubbies.
salve would not hurt Carl because healing salve does not do positive energy damage.
I
It
think
just
what we're about.
cures
Lamar.
wounds.
No.
Like revive Lamarck. Like
Oh,
Oh
I
yeah.
Yes.
just a dab
that
on
was
the
actually
Give him a
forehead.
smack.
And
Yeah.
then he'll not be
Oh, she'll,
pumped out anymore.
she'll reach out. Okay. Is Almond down any hit points?
He is
was
currently at
perfectly
13
KO'd.
points.
So was it
What?
He's at 13
Who-
hit points.
13 hit points out of how many?
26.
Okay. Regain 4.
Okay.
As Irene reaches out, and at a touch, both you and your fleshy prison have regained 4 hit points. Irene looks very confused as she looks down on her hand, on the back of her left hand, which has got the mark of the very familiar mark upon it.
Hmm.
Where did I put the damn thing? Where did I put the damn thing?
Don't be the snail. Oh.
Yeah. Mark of pain.
Now,
Just
before you
sorry,
get
sorry.
angry at now, before you get angry at me, I tried to save your life, and I did say half the people.
I'm not angry. He
On the
seems like an
ups.
okay. So as far as gods go, he seemed like an okay guy. At least his kid's all right. And his kid turned out all right. He can't be all bad himself.
On the upside, your backhand is going to be immaculate.
Irene has gained herself a single level in Paladin.
Ooh.
The channel energy was a one-off. Normally you need to get to level 4 for it as a Paladin to get that. And it was old school turning. Not that namby-pamby modern 2d6, like 1 to 2d6 positive energy with a will save. No, you roll a turning check versus their will save, and if they fail, they die. Or at least flee.
I just
Remember, Red Rumble is a second edition AD&D enthusiast.
I just gotta get us off this building and get inside to talk to the man. I'm gonna need a second.
Oh goodness! Oh my head! What happened? I'm keeping the Jontron thing. I'm not getting rid of that. That's fucking. I fucking love that thing so much.
I do hope
So
he's not
good.
scared of heights.
No,
No, he flies high.
he flies now.
Well, the long story short, Mark, is that you happen to take a nice fun flight as a fun guy.
Oh, put me back under, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
We're going to need to
I
sit
saw
here for
some
a
things
while.
while I was unconscious. I saw other places.
Also, before I end my turn,
Tea while unconscious.
before I look in my turn, I look at Mark's palms to see if he has the mark on him.
He does not have the mark.
Okay.
It seems that Red just picked whoever was most appropriate to his faith and just went, no, you'll do.
More importantly, does that count?
You're a martial character who's a bit of a train wreck. You'll do perfectly.
More importantly, does that count as the third turning for the purposes of the contract I made with his son?
With his son? Oh, his son. Okay,
His son.
sorry.
He wanted 3 converts.
True. That'll do nicely. So it was Irene, it was Neri. Who was the third one again? I'm blanking on it.
Who else
I'm
took
probably
the?
being dim.
It was me, yeah. Carl, and then who else took it? Was it you, Penny?
Nope.
Who else took a?
Unless Carl converted.
No.
Who took? No, Carl didn't take it. Who took a contract with Red Rambler?
I
I
think it
could have
was
swore it was somebody else in the last map.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I think it was just you
in
and
the last map.
Just,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it was me and Han, actually.
Yeah, it's just 2 out of 3.
Okay. So I still have 2 out of 3. That's fine.
He's got to find a third. Again, he likes martial characters who are a bit of a... people who are martial inclined, but not necessarily stable or as successful as they could be. After the day this city's had, there will be no shortage of them.
Mm-hmm.
Pointing back up to the sky. I fulfill my end of the bargain. Whoever survives this who is dead is yours. Anyone who is not dead can be yours. But they need to still make the choice themselves.
Mm.
Forces it upon Irene. Very cool.
So I count 6 dead, deity. I count 2 souls and one. Dagoth in the sky.
Yeah.
Dagoth
They are
with
very
boxing
adamant about
gloves.
field. Like there's a whole black Frenchman in there that's like, don't fuck me.
Everyone's just pointing back and forth in the sky. So the mental image of Red Rumbler just being Dagoth with boxing gloves on is going to haunt me to my fucking grave.
It's so nice, though.
Before I end my turn, I have to mark, because I still have his banana and his lunch pail in my hand. I don't know what anything you have is.
That's my lunch. Why did you break into my lunchbox?
Well,
I was trying to find a way to heal you without killing myself with positive energy.
Oh. He'll just drink the bottle. It'll be fine. Oh, goodness me. Just don't open the banana. We've been having some trouble on the island with the supply lately.
Oh no. Poor fucker got it.
Multiple people have got it.
Oh.
Oof.
In between that and all the landmines.
Yeah. Just imagine people
wouldn't
think
look like
someone buried
Cambodian
those
stuff.
bananas.
It looks like it's like a Moroccan market garden out here.
With that, I end my turn.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Neri.
Yes. I want to, first of all, I want to yell after, Gobshite. Gobshite, wait! Will he just, out of my general shouting, wait at all? Or she's just dragging his broken ass foot?
Currently pressing his. He's huddled up on, like face down the ground. His ankle is slowly twisting back into place.
Okay, well, I'm gonna come over here then.
His
And
club is
I'm-
long since discarded, and he's kind of like pressing his face into the ground to try and hide his face.
A heal check should allow me to do, like, basic healing on his foot, right? Just, like, field medicine, right?
Maybe
It
do
would
a
take time.
heal check and see how he's doing, as
Yeah.
Bill
Yeah.
did mention his ankle.
Oh,
is
dang it!
Roll it.
Run.
I'm gonna shout, Gobshite, run! She just wants to get you as a pet. She's trying to
Yes,
Yes, I
Face
do.
it.
No,
She's
no,
frustrated.
no, ignore that. I
Yeah.
wrote it wrong. There you go.
2071. A terrible fucking year.
Yes, I do want Gobshite as my pet.
That's 77.
Then
This
my
wouldn't be the
friend.
worst outcome.
You're like my friend.
Okay. I could give you that you vaguely recall a treasure hidden somewhere, but that makes no sense. What I will give you is Caster's hands shrink or grow to fit any glove that they wear.
Oh, wow. Imagine.
What? I don't think I'm wearing any gloves, so okay.
First of all, yes, you are. You're wearing the lobster gauntlets.
The lobster gauntlets! What would this mean?
Means that if
Your
you wear
hands
really
can
tiny
transform
gloves,
into
then
light
they'll fit. If you
Okay.
wear really big gloves, they grow.
Okay. Alright, well, I fucked that shit up, so with that being fucked up,
You just okay. You walk up to. Oh no, is everything okay? And you just shove your hand right in the wound.
it's more okay. Just trying to figure out what's wrong with Gobshite.
You try and pull the tendon back into place, and it just snaps back like an elastic band.
But
By cause, also you did watch it. Here, check. That will cause 5 points of damage to poor Gobshite.
no.
But earlier on, Eris rolled a D10,000 check, and the result was the next person who sheds blood never has to sleep again.
So does he feel better?
No, he feels fucking awful, but now you don't have to sleep anymore. Because guess what? The whole time of that turn, all the people attacking him, one was drowning, one was smacking them in the chest, not causing bleeding.
Okay,
one
well
was
then.
one was pinning him through clothes with the crowbar, and over here it was just holy damage.
Okay, so while I'm doing this and
plenty of
failing
time to
and
sports.
sucking and shitting and being terrible, I'm gonna use my gentle touch just so it's like not make sure he's not aggressive, right?
Okay.
And just be like, oh,
Keep
fuck.
in mind, you've used your move action to move over and your standard action to give first aid.
Oh right, okay, so I can't do that then.
Your
Just
swift
be like,
action. He's pacified,
Talk to
but
him.
Or I can use my swift action to
It'll
do
be okay.
what?
Oh, talk to him and just say, "Oh, it'll be okay."
I can use the swift action to fuck. hang
you want to
on.
roll diplomacy to comfort him, you may.
Yeah, I do. Wait, my diplomacy is shit. My intimidate is way better.
Do you want to scare him into it? Like, you
No,
will be
I
not. You will feel better.
All my rolls have been such shit. I'm trying to calm him down and be like, no, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help. There we go. Okay.
Okay. He
Sorry,
seems to
I'm
calm
trying to
down.
help.
He seems to calm down. He stopped
Okay,
trembling.
good. All right.
You don't know how important that roll was. With that turn done,
Yeah.
Baz has the field. I do believe something horrid's about to happen.
Could I quickly delay my turn until after Eris so she has time
Yep,
to kind of...
you're one after the other, so you do your thing. You can run it simultaneously.
Is it then my
Benny.
turn?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll still be holding him underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Can I cast sleep on him?
You may. He's pinned in place with the crowbar, so you don't actually have to roll to continue it. He's still dazed.
Let me check what I have to do for sleep.
He's
Something about just stacking debuffs on a person that's so much more visceral than killing them outright.
I always misspell the D20 PFSRD thing. Deep.
It's a will save.
Okay. He would have to do a will save. A sleep spell
Okay.
causes a magical slumber to come upon 4 hit
He
die.
rolled a 3.
Bruh.
Sleeping creatures are helpless. Does that mean we can coup de grace him?
Yep, he is now helpless and pinned in place.
Oh.
And for the purposes of in Pathfinder, sleeping creatures are considered willing for the purposes of will saves. Guess what sacrifices? And guess what you get bonuses to if someone's a willing participant.
She may want to step back a bit for this one.
Got her, boss.
Yeah.
He's completely still and like placid and calm.
Okay,
Strange to look at.
one moment. I'm gonna. It's just one specific thing I want to use. I like, as a swift action, move into the Swift Panther stance, which means I get 10 feet bonus to my movement speed, and I want to just move away. Because I need to fucking heal. I'll just move over here, where there's hopefully also food.
Stop snacking.
Okay. My job is done. I've made someone sleepy.
He's about to have the big sleep. Sleepy.
They go to bed. Alright, just out of curiosity, Bill, what would be the final part of the ritual?
A religion check to carry out the maneuver.
Alright. Yeah, so I will sort of
Compact.
toss the pole arm aside, withdraw the kettle, or at least ready it, withdraw the Ocanthus ritual dagger.
Yep. All these are
Devil's
quick. You have quick draw for this turn, for the purposes of
Yes.
this, because you're being aided by the kettle.
I wrench them from the bleeding heart. I will make my way over to the pyromaniac.
Are you letting the troll heart hit the water?
The what?
When you wrench out the knives, are you going to let the troll heart hit the water?
I shall keep it, so no,
Okay.
in this instance. And I shall commence the ritual,
Okay.
holding the kettle up to his chest.
Okay.
And as it...
It will seemingly the water recedes by itself without input from air and seemingly peels the man's armored like tunic from his chest. The bottom of the kettle glows white hot as it scorches the sigil into it.
As it begins to brand him with the sigil, and as I start carving into him with the devil's penknife. Before this, I shall cut across my wrist, the one that is holding the kettle, with the Acanthus dagger, as to make it bleed.
Okay. The blood runs seemingly in defiance of gravity down into the chamber of the kettle, and you notice that the white hot heat has turned into essentially what's like a dim flame that is scorching through the flesh, passing
And-
through it almost ethereally.
As I'm carving the sigil into him, Baz will utter a prayer. My dear Lord Ias, the first among two and primordial creator of our realms, O remnants persist of thine shimmering might, blessed be thy name, and knoweth that this binding be in thy name. May this fiendish being find peace at last within a new vessel. May it spite thy brother, the primordial betrayer, Asmodeus, knoweth that upon one crimson dawn, the gold dragon shall be made to channel its divinity. Thou shalt returneth once more to see the realms of man again, to bless us with thy glory. Amen.
Amen.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
And
The water flash boils. The column of steam rises up into the sky and punches through the smog cloud, letting sunlight filter through. Like just showing clear blue sky above. And it's like dropping a drop of soap into a basin full of muddied water. It just completely parts the sky, letting light filter down. The body goes completely still, and then after a brief moment, and we'll essentially with because the two skeletons here have been anchored with shadow trap, and everyone else is pretty much dead, including these two here, which they got jumped a while ago. We'll break initiative there. For the time being. And okay, what was the? Could you roll me the religion check, please, Baz?
yes.
Roll again and take the better.
All right.
Okay. Let me quickly confer with one of my favourite books. Let's see. I'll tell you this much, it is definitely a successful binding. Where is that? Variant rules. Sacrifice. As Greater Planet Ally. You get to have the fancy one.
Hell yeah.
Greater Planet Ally. You get to have the really fancy ones. Those of you watching this who've now seen the completely dry fountain yield up the battered form of the arsonist, now watches the fog condenses in the upper atmosphere and just rains down very gently as that begins to pitter out the flames.
That's concerning.
And a hand reaches up and grasps the edge of the fountain and levers itself up.
She'll reach out to help him up.
He will allow you. The movement of this person is completely different now. It's not the frenzied, manic movements of the arsonist. These are they flow smoothly, like they know precisely what every step they're about to take for the rest of their lives. It's a bit eerie to watch. It's like one of those traditional dances where they take those very small steps to appear like they're gliding.
I ascend and move over to the position.
You will bow very gently to you.
Rise.
He does so.
Tell me, what may I call you?
He'll look up at you, and I believe we'll leave it there for the evening. It seems like a good cutting off point, and everyone likes a good cliffhanger. Also, I cannot put in certain words how much I am salty about this encounter because there was like I'll put it this way. I'll give you a little spoiler before we'll reconvene next week for the reveal of the name and such. There's going to be some stuff dropping in the loot chat that I'm not happy you're getting. Because he was meant to use it during the fight.
Well, someone got a belt stolen.
The
I
belt
to
full
tell
of
you, Bill, that hate crime.
he got hate crime pretty high. He has been racially abused. And
He has been religiously abused.
I just had Aiden walk in and gesticulate at me over about a sandwich.
I hope I can just make a salve. So I can heal myself.
She was just terror gesticulating. She was worried that the party was in trouble because you got better loot than I expected. Some people. The nerve. But it's next. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed this evening. I hope you all join us next week for the name and face reveal of the character, who will be joining the party as their planner ally. The really nice version of planner ally that goes up to 18 hit dice.
Oh, wait, 18.
Because it's a permanent one, you won't be getting quite that tough. You'll be getting servers up to a point. It'll be more reliable this way. He is limited by the vessel he is within, because otherwise it'll just be the adventures of the party and Angel Summoner.
I presume it's also one of those things where he will progress as we progress as well, to an extent.
Because he is
Yay.
immortal. He is. You didn't technically kill the arsonist. You
I just
sacrificed
put
him.
it to
You
sleep.
just sent his. You sent his soul straight out of his body, maintaining the creature's living shell.
I just imagine as he gets hurled out, his soul just stands there, watching it happen, and it's like, fuck's sake.
Where did his soul go?
This was in the name of Asmodeus' elder brother, who is the god of goodness. So technically, his soul is technically redeemed. So he's going to purgatory to earn his keep. He's going to be a pun, or no. I will roll the chart for the random planes to see where he ends up, because he's got a lot to answer for.
Can one of the places be a Red Rumbler plane?
No, because he is not considered a. He's not an underachiever. He's just a scumbag.
Okay.
If anything, he's a bit of a tryhard.
Yeah.
This is a character with like a million different little working parts, and none of them gel together that well. Which is probably why he got jumped before he got to use the fancy stuff.
I'm just glad I could damage him back.
Sorry, I had to eat like a little bite of a sandwich.
You
Can wait 5 minutes.
To be fair,
Oh, you missed the ritualistic murder.
I had pudding during the session, so. It was
All right,
good
fun.
pudding.
Are we gonna stop here? Or are we gonna keep going?
Yeah, we'll call it there because next week we'll have the reveal of the character design and the name.
Yes,
Hey,
I think
sure.
Bill's
I'm
just
cool with a
checking
short-
a thing or two for him.
I'm cool
Okay.
with a short. Yeah, before we end up, I'm cool with a shorter session though.
Well, I will, however, give you this much. There are 2 items of, as well as the short sword, the 2 battle poi, the belt of flasks of oil and dragonfire, the short sword that has the 3 chambers of alchemicals in it, which he didn't get to use anyway. He also has a scroll case, one of the fancy rotary scroll cases that have the built-in prayer wheel to make it easy to use. Inside is a number of scrolls, some minor ones, a couple. Someone could note this down, please.
There's
Many more.
hang on.
What a choice.
Yeah, what should I write down, Bill?
Okay, 3 scrolls, burning hands.
Scrolls of burning hands. Okay.
1 wand
Mhm.
of fireball.
That's
3
me all
charges
day.
remaining.
That's me all day.
3 charges remaining.
Oh, wait, 3 charge.
1 scroll
Yeah.
entitled Ferocity of the Sanguine Rage.
Ooh.
It's a level 4 draconic magic spell.
Level 4 draconic magic. Okay.
And finally, a scroll with an extraordinarily long incantation that you cannot read.
What language is it in?
We can't read
What ones have
it.
you got?
Oh, maybe
Oh,
we
I
can.
should say, what languages do people have?
Okay, give me one.
I wouldn't have anything to help, so you guys go ahead.
Here, I'm trying to remember from off the top of my head.
Common, Sylvan,
Yeah.
Terran, Celestial, Abyssal, Aqua, Ancient Plateau.
Yeah, Penny's got all kinds of shit.
I think Manny and I both have the same selection.
It's in Abyssal.
But then Penny can read
Yay.
it.
I can read it too.
Yeah, there you go. So what is it, Bill?
This is a scroll, and you cannot I cannot stress that you cannot read this incantation safely, even if you do know the language. This is a scroll of explosion.
Explosion!
I'm not joking, it is a scroll of explosion. It is a
Be very-
Nova Flare empowered with the Path of Explosions feat.
I take if you read it, it explodes.
Yeah, it is an explosion
No.
centered anywhere within 100 feet, which is affected by the following meta magics.
Uh-huh.
If I can just fetch my note, which is over here in my pocket. So I need to use it there.
The important question here is, does it originate from the source of the person reading it, or does it originate from the source of where it's being cast from?
he's
He's trying to make some Konosuba. He's trying to make some Konosuba reference, maybe, or
was
trying
meant
to
to be a
avoid the
set
Konosuba
piece.
reference.
It was meant to be a set piece of the fight. Let's see. Okay, where was it written? No, it's not that one. Oh, shit. Okay, it's written down. It's never on the post note you think you need, that you have.
It's still
That's the third one.
explosion. It's explosion.
In the hands of a cleric, it's insanely dangerous. This guy has the ability to channel as a cleric because he's got the factotum levels.
Bill
Okay,
is literally
it's-
getting up and picking up books to figure this shit out. I hope you guys understand that.
Okay, it is with the feats Reserves of Strength, Elder Giant Magic, and Divine Spell Power and Heightened Turning.
That's what explosion does.
And this scroll is this long and has such a long incantation because it has all of those. It takes 5 turns to cast.
Okay, so a scroll of
He could cast it in one because he had an effect that reduced the length of spells over around down to 1.
How shall I write it down in the?
Special explosion scroll.
Basically, scroll of explosion in brackets proper.
Scroll of. Okay.
Here's
Okay,
my question, Bill.
Yep. What's up?
Does it explode based on the position from the caster who's reading it, or can someone speak through a target and cast it away from people if they're under the control
It is
of a reader?
you can aim it anywhere within 100 feet. That's the actual advantage of the Path of Explosions feat. It lets you. Nova Flare is usually on the person. Path of Explosions lets you aim it. It is 100 foot range. It has a. With everything, I think it's a 40-foot burst and it affects everything in that burst. It's not considered an AoE. It just affects everything in that area, including objects. So you get rid of it with evasion. And it's a reflex save for half. So you can't block it with evasion. And here's the effect. To get the cast level for it, you have to. You can either take it as is, which uses your cast level, or if you've got any kind of divine magic, specifically turning or a receptacle of turning, you roll a turning check, which is equal to D20 plus your charisma modifier. You get a +2 if you've got some ranks in religion, and if you get heightened turning, you get an extra +3, and you use that to calculate your new cast level. Giant magic will give you up to the number of rounds you take to cast as a bonus to 3, and reserves of magic can stun you for up. It'll stun you for up to 3 rounds to increase it by up to 3. So a particularly capable cleric at low level could pump on a good roll could pump out like a mid to high level explosion spell, and
Oh,
it does a lot of damage. It is very unsafe to have if
The
you're not
big
very careful.
kaboom.
So,
And if you-
He wouldn't have been at some point.
This is a nuke, essentially.
so
It'll pump.
should I put it in the? I put it in the loot.
I've got it. I've got a
channel.
note. Just put proper. I'll like.
Okay, I just I put the information in the loot channel so that everyone knows what's going on. I don't know how much you want to share this stuff, or how it's supposed to be divided. What do you want to do?
The loot can sit
Equally, of
It'll
course.
sit in the loot chat until it's
Well,
That's the
it's
problem.
a little difficult. It's a little difficult to equally split apart versions of scrolls of which there's only one each. So
we can say it for after the city is saved.
yeah,
More importantly, no.
just
Can it be transcribed?
Whoever's transcribing the scroll would have to have the ability to transcribe feat effects. So they'd have to actually have a crafting feat.
However,
those rolls.
for example, the wand of fireball, that's one thing that like seems to be fairly consistent. I would say like I don't know how you guys want to do about this. If you want to just roll, if you want something,
I would say
If there's
we
anything-
should do it once we like have all the city stuff done.
yeah, okay. So
'Cause
let's do
there's
that.
Still some like fire.
in this,
I recall.
right? There's still some fire size back left,
Yeah.
but I'll do that in the loot chat so that think about it for like next week as to hopefully finally we'll be able to clear out the city for start next week, and then we can think about what we want out of the loot.
last month's kit, which was another request from
Oh.
a viewer. Behold,
I'm scared. What are we beholding?
I'm also
Upside.
scared.
The
This
Vietnam-
again.
Oh my god,
Mark. It seems that you're in demand.
the Viet Bong. Oh my god! The more I
You
look
can
at it, the more I
use
realize
the
how amazing it
evaporated
is.
Water as the bong water. Like scoops them out before it's gone.
Is it loot or is it just not a gift for Mark?
This is looted from the arsonist's pack.
Oh,
Okay.
I want
Come
this in
with-
real life.
Me too,
Just
to be
realised
honest.
that the cylinder and the barrel are 2 different images.
Yes.
Like, if I had
Like,
this in real life,
The bullet
I'd
wouldn't
be
even fit.
No, but that's the part that's what makes it great.
There are a total, in addition to the dose
Yeah.
you already have, the visit feed, there are several. There are a couple of chambers that already have some in. What? Please note this down. What is referred to as the Rizzler.
Wait, hang on. One Viet Bong. What's his write down? Sorry, tell me, Bill. Like one what?
One dose, the Rizzler.
Okay.
One dose, Viet Chronic.
Okay.
One dose, the Warsaw Pack. And one dose, the Great Toke Forward. These all do different things.
And sorry, the last one was
The Great
What
Toke
was it?
Forward.
oh. Okay. Yeah. And those are things that come within the
Those are out of the chambers of the bong. Out of the 6 chambers, 4 are filled. 2 are
the
left
Viet
open.
Viet
Bong.
Bong, yeah.
The Viet Bong is essentially a 6-chambered poison belcher that can also be used to take. It can also be used as basically a potion inhaler. So it can disperse poisons to other people, or you can intake it yourself. It depends whether you light up the chamber and inhale or exhale.
I think we all know who's gonna get the fucking Viet Bong.
Also, for the purposes of characters with possession, it counts as a genie bottle.
I would say that we all collectively would admit that there's one person who should be able to have this item.
Eris.
Perfect. I will hand it to Mark.
The rest of
The
us
character
can,
who in Warframe has no lips.
I was gonna say,
So
the rest of
can't
us.
use-
The rest of us can kind of like determine like which scrolls of burning hands or fireball or ferocity of sanguine rage.
But we all know
or
that the bomb is
explosion.
really intended for the cum beast.
Except for the the cum beast. Build has a very good interpretation.
If these things were like called the CIA crack for black woods and things like that, then I'd say this is for you guys.
Right.
Like,
That's the two missing chambers.
That's the two. Yeah, just
What do you
yeah.
think this guy got his shit ran so hard?
Oh my god. Why? It does seem like it has a bit of like positive and negatives just from its descriptions, so we don't know.
Cold War Mac is saying
There
it's
might,
the people's
there
bomb.
might, there might
What I'm-
be
what I'm
other
saying is-
parts to this bong out there that might upgrade it.
Oh, God.
Why? I don't know why you're
Tincture
assuming
bomb.
that people who are communists enjoy
Zarbong.
weed. The Zarbong.
The Zarbong's the upgraded version that's unfortunately anti-communist.
Zarbomba.
shit, writing that down.
Zarbong.
The largest bong that mankind has ever made.
Also, I do believe we should apply
Zarbong's
say
like
goodnight to
some-
people.
Good night, folks at home who witnessed this
Goodbye.
autism. Have you all had a good time?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Bye-bye.
I love it.
Take care. We'll
That
see you
was
next
fun.
week.